Hi, my name is Kevin Wedmore, and if you've been searching for information on long-term care insurance, or perhaps you're just trying to figure out how to help your parents now that they are facing a long-term care situation and they don't have long-term care insurance, I want to talk to you today about a method called the stop-loss method of long-term care planning. First of all, there are only 3 ways to pay for long-term care expenses. You either have to privately pay, you have long-term care insurance, or you have government benefits, which can include Medicaid or even some veterans benefits. Assuming that you or your parents have not qualified for long-term care, maybe they gave up on it, maybe they had it for a while, maybe they could never qualify for it medically. So they don't have that benefit. Now we're down to privately paying and government benefits, and government benefits don't kick in until you spend all your assets down to at least $2,000. So let me show you something that might help pay for these expenses and keep you from having to spend all of your money on long-term care expenses. I call this the stop-loss method. Now, let's assume you or your parents have an estate. There's your estate. And that estate is worth $1 million. It's a nice round figure. I could use $250,000. I could use $6 million. It doesn't really matter. But for purposes of demonstrating this, I'm going to use $1 million. If mom or dad need long-term care, there is a period of time at which they can stop paying out of their pocket, stop paying out of the $1 million to get down to the $2,000. But with that, you've got to do a little planning. The government says the longest period of time that you have to pay is 5 years. Now, I'm just going to use an example. Mom's got a monthly check of $2,000, Social Security and pension. So she has $2,000 a month of income, but the nursing home costs $5,000 a month. So she's short $3,000 a month, and she's going to have to pay for that for at least 5 years. Well, if I take that $3,000 and pay for that for 5 years, take that times 12, that's $36,000, and I take that times 5, and that's $180,000. If I do some proper planning, all that I have to do is set aside in this big pie here of $1,180,000 pay for mom's care. I need that kind of liquidity to take care of that. If I do this properly, I can save $820,000 that I would never have to spend. Now let's say that mom or dad are not in a facility yet, but they need to do planning now because they don't have long-term care. We can go ahead and set up this sort of plan, but every day that mom and dad live that they're not in a nursing home, I can move some of that money over here. Because every day there's an expense I'm not paying. It's about $100 a day. I'm just going to move it over here. I can save it again. And if we do this 5 years in advance, I can save the entire $1 million. Now, if I have a couple, I can tell you right now, I can save the entire $1 million from day one. If one of them, mom or dad, goes in a nursing home, we'll save the entire $1 million, even if we haven't planned in advance at all. If you want to know more about the stop-loss method, or if you want to know more about those special rules for husbands and wives, give me a call. My name is Kevin Wedmore. My phone number is 877-752-0055.